لو انت بتستخدم زيت معين لسيارتك بقالك فترة طويلة وحبيت ان انت تغير الزيت ده لنوع تاني بتاع شركة تانية، هل في اجراء معين لازم تعمله قبل ما تضيف الزيت الجديد ولا لا؟ وارد جدا ان مصفة الزيت تتسد من الترسبات الكربون لو هي كتيرة داخل المحرك، ووارد ان جزيئات صغيرة تهرب من مصفة الزيت ومن الفلتر وتسد المسارات الدقيقة اللي بتكون موجودة داخل المحرك، ومنها على سبيل المثال المسارات الدقيقة اللي بتكون موجودة في السبيكة او المسارات اللي بتكون موجودة عند البلوف او الكستبانات. لو انت بتستخدم زيت معين لسيارتك بقالك فترة طويلة وحبيت ان انت تغير الزيت ده لنوع تاني بتاع شركة تانية، هل في اجراء معين لازم تعمله قبل ما تضيف الزيت الجديد ولا لا؟ وارد جدا ان مصفة الزيت تتسد من الترسبات الكربون لو هي كتيرة داخل المحرك، ووارد ان جزيئات صغيرة تهرب من مصفة
you If you want to create new social accounts, test applications, or simply remain anonymous online, then you probably want to use a...
Pay attention to the man in the Deadpool costume. This footage shows him walking through a college campus parking lot in broad daylight. For the past 2 weeks, the man has been stalking this student, 21-year-old Lauren McCluskey, and on October 22, 2018, Lauren disappeared without a trace. October 13, just 9 days earlier, Lauren walked into the campus police department and reported that she had been receiving threatening text messages from unknown numbers. In the following week, she called the cops a total of 14 times, but no one believed her. October 9th, 10 days before the man was seen in the parking lot, security cameras from the university capture Lauren meeting with her boyfriend, Sean Fields. According to her roommate, she was planning to break up with him that very same day. The problem is, Sean Fields is not his real name. The circumstances surrounding Lauren's disappearance would remain a mystery if it wasn't for the clues she left behind. She made sure someone would find out the truth about what happened to her and expose the man in the Deadpool costume.
He was a predator, manipulator.
Very skilled at getting what he wanted.
Someone who you shouldn't believe a word of what they say.
The year is 2013. Lauren lives with her 2 loving parents, Matthew and Jill, in the small town of Pullman, Washington. She has a happy childhood, doing well in school, and has many close friends.
She was the kind of friend that you could rely on. It wouldn't matter the time or the day. If you needed someone to talk to, Lauren would be there for you.
Growing up, Lauren showed a natural talent and passion for sports. She was incredibly fast and agile, impressing her parents from an early age.
Lauren was just athletic from the very beginning. She could climb trees at 2 years old, and she had no fear. She was pure determination.
With her parents' encouragement, Lauren pursued her love for sports, quickly discovering a talent for track and field. At only 10 years old, she earned 2nd place at the USA Junior Olympics, and by the end of high school, the University of Utah recognized her excellence and granted her a scholarship. It's now September 2015. Lauren and her parents arrive at the vibrant Salt Lake City campus, home to over 20,000 students. Her parents are anxious about leaving their only daughter at college, hundreds of miles from her small town. But Lauren's confidence and maturity help her quickly make new friendships, including her new best friend, Alex.
We were roommates our freshman year, and we became instant friends.
For the next 3 years, Lauren continued to excel in everything she did. She was dedicated and determined, focused on her studies, track events, and of course, spending time with her many close friends.
Her eyes lit up when she talked.
Super smart. You didn't just see her as an athlete. She was a comedian. She's also a dancer.
She did extremely well. She was very excited about graduating.
But on the night of September 1st, 2018, Lauren's life would change forever. It's the start of her final year of college, and Lauren, having recently turned 21, decides to go out on the weekend for a fun night with her best friend Alex. It's Saturday night. Downtown Salt Lake City is bustling with nightlife as students fill the streets and bars. Lauren and Alex arrive at the entrance of the London Bell, a popular bar in Salt Lake City, known for their live music and dancing, and conveniently, only 15 minutes away from their dorm. Before entering, they're stopped by the bouncer, a friendly and charismatic man standing over 6 feet tall. He greets the 2 young women with a smile and introduces himself as Sean Fields before letting them inside the establishment.
I remember him being very huge, very big muscles. Throughout the night, he would come back and pass through and stop and talk to us a few times.
It's now midnight, and after a full evening of fun, the girls decide it's time to head home to get a good night's sleep, as they both have studying to do the next day. Lauren walks toward the bar's exit, when suddenly, there's a hand on her shoulder. It's the man she's been sharing glances with all evening, the handsome bouncer, Sean. They chat for a bit more, and before saying their goodbyes, he asks her out.
She gave him her number, and they made plans to go on a date later that day.
It's now September 2nd. Lauren gets ready for her first date with Sean. In her life, Lauren has never had a serious boyfriend, and so far, Sean is ticking all the boxes. He's considerate, friendly, attentive, and they both bond over their college life since he's a student as well, majoring in computer science. Although he's a bit older than her, at 28 years old, Lauren feels safe and happy with him. At the end of the date, the young college student goes back home with a smile on her face. Sean is everything she could hope for, a gentle and dedicated student, but also an independent man with a part-time job of his own.
It sounded sort of old-fashioned the way that he was paying attention to her. He took her out for dinner and bought her flowers and asked her to be his girlfriend.
She clearly seemed very happy about her relationship.
It started off really good, like a fairy tale.
But soon, Lauren's close friends notice unusual behavior in the new romantic relationship, which suggests it isn't as rosy and loving as it first seemed.
She said he told me to wear a t-shirt and jeans, so that's why I'm wearing this.
Her friends become concerned, noticing the independent Lauren they know and love now seems to be questioning her every decision. The affection and devotion Sean gives her now looks much more like obsessive and controlling behavior. He constantly harasses Lauren over texts and calls, and she would always answer, seemingly fearful of what would happen if she didn't.
Why do you have to answer your phone when that person calls? And she's like, you know, they really want me to answer my phone right away because they just want to make sure where I'm at, what I'm doing, and if I'm okay.
After just a few weeks into the relationship, Sean now spends all of his time with Lauren, basically living with her on campus. He makes friends with other students in her dorm, and with these connections, he can freely move through her building without a key card. Lauren becomes more and more withdrawn, always exhausted, and her friends notice she isn't acting like herself anymore.
We noticed she was tired. She seemed stressed. You could tell, at least physically in her face, that she was going through emotionally a lot with the relationship. This guy is literally not good for her.
October 1st, 1 month after Lauren met Sean, things take a disturbing turn. Sean tells Lauren he wants to give her something. He says it is for her protection. The gift? A loaded military-grade pistol.
We would just tell her, like, no, you don't need it. Your safety is fine. If anything, he's compromising your safety.
When Lauren's friends hear that her boyfriend wants to give her a gun, they quickly tell their resident assistant, Diamond, a fellow student who works for the university's housing department, exactly what's happening with the new relationship and share their fears surrounding Lauren.
She's not hanging out with us as much. He's talking about getting her a gun, and then that's when it had passed the point of, oh, this is harmless gossip. I called my first supervisor and asked her, what some steps did you want me to take? Do you want me to call the police?
Surprisingly, Diamond is not told to contact the authorities, but rather send an email to the university security and explain to them the details of the escalating situation. And so, on October 2nd, 1 day after the unsettling gift, campus security receives the first alarming email about Sean Fields. The concerns are mostly centered around Lauren and that she may be in a potentially harmful relationship, but also that her non-resident boyfriend has been on campus frequently, and that he might be acquiring a weapon for her, and there are suspicions that he's even tracking his girlfriend's movements. However, days go by, and yet, Diamond's email inbox remains empty. The email is seemingly ignored. Then, only a few days later, on October 9th, Lauren makes a frightening discovery of her own. She finds Sean's ID card, but somehow, only the photo matches. The name and birthday are both wrong. The identity under the photo is of a 37-year-old man named Melvin Rowland. Lauren immediately begins to investigate, going online to search for his name. She needs to know who her boyfriend really is.
She and a friend found a picture that looked like him that was a sex offender.
And I was like, you know, are you 100% sure it could be this person? Based on what I was reading online, that was a really hard offense.
Lauren discovers that the name Sean Fields doesn't exist at all, but Melvin Rowland is a real person with an alarming police record. Second and third degree felonies, including enticing a minor over the internet, attempted forcible sexual abuse, and repeated parole violations, landing him back in prison multiple times. Through her quick internet search, Lauren even learns that her boyfriend is currently on parole.
We were coming up with like a plan for how she should break up with him.
It's late in the evening on October 9th. Lauren anticipates Melvin as he's arriving at her dorm any minute. She now knows about his criminal history and wants to end the relationship as soon as possible. Late at night, he enters her dorm room and Lauren summons all her courage to confront him, telling him all the information she has learned. Melvin's whole personality shifts, becoming extremely resistant and aggressive. He denies all his past accusations, but Lauren knows he's lying and remains persistent that their relationship is over. After hours of Lauren pleading with Melvin, he finally leaves. October 10th, the next day, Lauren, now broken up with her boyfriend, believes he's out of her life for good, but that would be far from the truth.
She started getting a lot of texts
Many unknown numbers begin messaging Lauren's phone, identifying themselves as Melvin's friends. Each text becomes more alarming than the last, and Lauren, unsure what to do, responds to them, telling them to stop messaging her, blocking the numbers. But more and more new callers keep harassing her, and Lauren responds again, threatening to contact the police if they continue. But unfortunately, the messages only get worse. Although the numbers are unknown, she notices many spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, which are oddly similar to that of Melvin's past messages. One particularly concerning text said that Melvin has just died in a fatal car accident and insists Lauren must attend his funeral. On October 12th at 4:23 p.m., 3 days after the breakup, Lauren calls the campus police department, scared that she may be in danger.
I've been getting these texts from these numbers of different people. They were saying that he was in the hospital, that he passed away. I got a text about, asking if I wanted to go to his funeral, and I think they're trying to lure me somewhere.
All right. I will send a student officer to give you a call. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
But no one calls Lauren back. Days go by, and police haven't even provided an update, and the texts continue to escalate.
At that point, she had already contacted campus. Campus police. It was like, you have to go in person. Saturday, October 13th, we headed to the police department. We went inside. I felt like they weren't taking it seriously. He's a sex offender. He went to jail. And I actually had to Google it myself and hand my phone over to him. I do remember them saying, it's a scam, it's probably a scam. She showed them one of the numbers that was sending her messages was the same number Roland had when they were in a relationship together. They tell her that the detective was currently not in the office and that Warren will hear an update by Tuesday.
The case was assigned to the on-call detective Kayla Dallov, who, at the time, was actually away on vacation. Although Lauren provides police all of the concerning details, including his criminal history, no one in the campus police department follows up with her claims. And most importantly, they neglect to even check Melvin's parole status, which would have brought much-needed urgency to Lauren's case. Worried she isn't getting the urgent help she needs, the college student goes above campus police and calls the Salt Lake City Police Department, a much larger authority, hoping they can speed things up.
University Police will probably take the case then, just one sec.
I've talked to them already, but
okay.
I just wanted to call you as well.
Usually we just take it where you live, and then that agency does a case.
Yeah, I was just concerned because I wasn't sure how long they were going to take.
Okay, let me get you up to them and so I can see what's going on with it. Just one moment.
Do you know when an arrest would be made?
You can talk to an officer if you want. I can arrange that if you want that.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
The Salt Lake City Police choose to redirect her call back to the campus police once again, who, in over a week since the first notice, have still not made any progress on her case. But Lauren refuses to back down. Over the next few days, she would continue to advocate for her own safety, reaching out to police on over 20 different occasions since she first began exposing Roland's disturbing past.
She was still being harassed and she was still getting messages. I know she was nervous.
It's October 19th. Melvin had recently bought a Deadpool costume. The comic book superhero movie Deadpool 2, starring Ryan Reynolds, had come out earlier that year, and Melvin was planning to wear this outfit on Halloween in just a few weeks. But in this footage, captured just 10 days after Lauren broke up with him, Melvin is seen lurking around campus, his identity concealed, secretly searching and stalking Lauren. At 4:02 p.m., Lauren has no idea that her ex-boyfriend is stalking her right around the corner. Notice how he holds a small black bag. Police would later discover hidden inside the bag was a deadly weapon, a fully loaded .40 caliber Beretta. 3 days later, on October 22nd, Melvin is captured again by multiple security cameras, lurking around the campus, looking for Lauren once more, and holding the same black bag. 8 p.m. later that same day, Lauren finishes her last class and heads back to her dorm alone like any other night. While walking, Lauren calls her mom back home in Washington State. The family routinely calls each other almost every day to chat about their day and the overall updates about how things are going.
She sounded positive and, telling me that she was going to go home and finish an assignment.
Matthew and Jill, both hundreds of miles away, are talking with Lauren on speakerphone when suddenly, both parents hear strange noises over the phone, and then the sound of someone yelling.
She must have gotten tackled or something because I hear the phone fell to the ground.
We were yelling, "Lauren, Lauren!"
I kept calling for her and she didn't answer. I knew that her life was in danger at that time.
I took the landline and dialed 911.
Hi, my daughter, Lauren McCluskey, was talking to her mom. It sounded like someone might have been grabbing her or something.
We were scrambling, trying to figure out where she might be.
All units attempt to locate a suspect involved in possible kidnapping. The victim is Lauren McCluskey.
Police, after weeks of Lauren's calls, finally take the case seriously and desperately look for the missing young woman, searching the area as fast as possible, but nothing turns up. Lauren's parents keep calling the police. Everyone is now on the lookout for Lauren. At that moment, police might have just received their first lead when authorities get a phone call from a student who found something while walking through the campus.
Hi, I just found a whole bunch of stuff spread out all over the ground and a phone that had an active call. I picked it up.
Where is that backpack out? Can you get a location for me?
Police find Lauren's personal belongings scattered all over the ground, but she's still nowhere to be found. Dozens of cop cars and police dogs surround the area, setting up a perimeter. Worried students across the campus start asking questions.
No answers. What were they looking for? What was going on?
They're getting multiple calls from students wanting what they want students to do.
The campus staff issues a shelter-in-place alert and releases a description of the prime suspect, Melvin Rowland. A manhunt begins. Police broadcast his face on television, hoping someone will recognize him. The clock is ticking, and Lauren is still nowhere to be found.
I'm calling about my daughter, Lauren McCluskey, that's missing.
We do have officers on scene handling right now. We're actively looking for her. We're doing everything we can to track her down.
Finally, police review the security cameras and notice a man matching Melvin's description heading away from the college grounds. At 8:21 p.m., Rowland is seen leaving the campus parking lot on foot. He proceeded to walk to a nearby light rail station before getting picked up by a driver. Hours go by, and police have no idea where he is or what he's doing, until, later that night, a terrified woman contacts law enforcement, telling them she recognizes the man wanted on the television.
I saw the picture of this guy, and then I saw that he may have been picked up in a silver Sonata, which is like a description of my car. I saw the picture, but the name isn't the same, or the age.
The woman tells police that Melvin, who once again assumed a different identity, went out with her that evening. She says they had met through an online dating app, and she had agreed to pick him up at the train station before going out to dinner and spending time at her place. He took a shower at her home and then left after midnight. An hour later, 1 a.m., Melvin is spotted by by a police officer walking near 200 East and 500 South in downtown Salt Lake City.
I have officers chasing your suspect on the shooting. He is in foot pursuit right now.
Melvin runs down the sidewalk, evading police. The officers close in on him, but he slips away, breaking into a nearby church and barricading himself inside. The neighborhood is locked down, and no one knows what to expect next. And then, without warning, gunshots echo loudly. Police must act now. They force their way in through the large wooden doors, guns raised. Once inside, they find Melvin Rowland's lifeless body.
We have your suspect inside the church. It looks like he has a gunshot wound self-inflicted.
While police were on the hunt for Melvin, they were simultaneously looking for Lauren. They found her belongings and searched her dorm, but they couldn't find her. Later that evening, police eventually find the vehicle Rowland was driving, a small silver 4-door car. The authorities approach it, examine it closely, only to find a body inside. Acting quickly, the officer calls for urgent medical attention. On the night of October 22nd, Lauren's parents receive a phone call from the university's track and field coach, telling them news that no parent ever wants to hear.
And I said, "Is she okay?" And he said, "I'm sorry, she's not. She's gone." I just started crying.
It was like trauma, like getting hit by a baseball bat.
I remember getting a text from Mrs. McCluskey. She said that we lost her. She said that Lauren had been shot. I just remember going outside and just looking up in the stars and just hoping, I just hope you didn't suffer, Lauren, and that you weren't in pain.
Lauren's parents and her friends are in disbelief. The whole school community is in a state of shock. Days after her passing, the school holds a vigil to grieve the loss of Lauren.
She was an amazing, genuine, and caring person. She would be really missed.
Matt and
high performance indeed. trying to make me angry.
Where the hell are we?
Hi everyone, my name's Matt, and recently I gave myself the challenge of trying to put together a gaming PC for just $200. Now, the easiest way to do this is grab an old rebuild, throw in a GPU, maybe upgrade a few parts, and you're good to go. With that being said, trying to build something custom is a much larger task, and I was interested to see what was possible in late 2025. So, over the course of the last couple of weeks, I've been gathering parts to build a custom gaming PC for only $200. Now, the end result is far from perfect, and I did go over the budget by $5 or $10, but the final product is a PC capable of playing a ton of games at 1080p with 60 plus FPS, and even has the ability to stream those games to sites like Twitch. Now, this build did require me to use second-hand parts from sites like eBay and hunt for deals, so it wouldn't be easy to replicate, and was more meant to show you that if you put in the time, effort, and research, you can build a custom gaming PC for surprisingly cheap. So now that you understand what this challenge is all about, let's go ahead and talk about all the parts going into this $200 budget gaming PC. The first thing I usually look for is a CPU, as this is going to heavily affect performance and will determine a number of other factors with the build. After looking at a bunch of options, I found a pretty insane combo deal on AliExpress. You may be familiar with these bundles, but I've never tried them myself and thought this would be a great project to test one out. The one I went for is this Mogul X99 combo that came with a CPU, motherboard, and RAM. After discount, tax, and shipping, this bundle came out to be $42.18. So what came with it? For the CPU, it came with an Intel Xeon E5 2680V4. This is a 14-core, 28-thread CPU that originally released in 2016 for a whopping $1,750. With turbo speeds of up to 3.3 GHz, and not the best IPC, this chip isn't going to be giving us hundreds of FPS, but its high core count and overall decent performance should work well in a budget gaming PC like this one. The motherboard that this CPU is going into and what came with the bundle is this Mogul X99 board. This is a pretty basic motherboard featuring 4 DIMM slots, an M.2 NVMe slot, a 16x PCIe slot for our GPU, a 1x slot which would be great for adding Wi-Fi in the future, and the worst back panel I/O I think I've seen in a long time with only USB 2 ports, Ethernet, audio, and PS2. With that being said, it fits all the hardware I wanted to use, and again, this came in a combo with a CPU and RAM for only $42. Also, I did need to provide my own CMOS battery, but they're only like 50 cents a pop, so it's not the end of the world. In terms of RAM, this bundle came with a 2x8GB kit of DDR4 memory at 2133 MHz. 16GB of dual channel RAM is plenty for a build like this one, and with 2 other open slots, it means you could theoretically upgrade to 32GB of RAM in the future. To cool this E5 Xeon, I went with a generic tower style cooler from AliExpress, which after discounts, tax, and shipping was $14. This cooler has 4 direct contact copper heat pipes, a good sized fin array, and a 90 $10 more, I could have gotten the Thermalright cooler that I usually go for with budget builds, but this one was cheaper and should still do a good job. Once the cooler was installed and the memory was put in, I could bring my attention to the SSD I got to use in this build. What I got was a 512GB M.2 SSD for just over $19. Now you may notice that the listing states it's a SATA drive, but for some reason my mind just blocked that out, and you'll see why that's a problem later. 512GB is plenty for a system like this in my opinion, being able to hold the OS, applications, and a few of your
در مورد گوشم دکتر خودت که تصمیم بگیر حالی که دارن جدا میشن از این بعد با کدوم
تشتري مني الايفون ده. I've used binaural beats.
I heard my baby crying for help. Stop it!
You collecting cans?
Yeah, man.
For what?
Be able to use the bathroom. I'm sick of it, man. I'm tired.
What do you mean to use the bathroom?
You gotta buy something.
You're collecting cans to sell it so you can buy something to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're homeless.
Yeah.
How long you been homeless?
I was a youth. I was in foster care.
What happened?
My parents gave me up to the foster system for being a bad child.
They treat you good there?
No, I was child abused, so I ran away.
At what age?
15 to 17.
That's how long you've been homeless? What could I do to make your day better, bro?
Praying on a miracle, man.
Can I take you somewhere where you can use the bathroom and maybe get a few things to kind of help you out?
It'd be great to be treated like a human for once. Society looks at us and treats us like animals.
You can't expect results if you're just eating beef, cheese, and eggs.
Hey!
رجعت يا رجل يشتري على الخط يشتري مويه مويه.
All right. Everything good? Yeah, man.
Customer states they were driving, experienced a sudden loss of power, oil light started flashing, battery light came on, an engine started making weird noises. Got the vehicle up in the air, and already I feel like we're onto something here.
Droplets of oil on the fuel tank. There's droplets of oil on the exhaust. Fuel and oil on the tow bar.
We'll drop the skid plate and see how she looks.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's our issue right there.
Yeah, crankshaft broke. The rest of this piston's somewhere.
I don't think this battery's been made in 30 or 40 years. And a modern 9-volt does not fit. I have an idea. What if we...
I dropped a damn piece of sausage on the ground, then waited for some fucking ant to find it. It saw that big-ass chunk of sausage, got all excited, and ran the fuck off to report. While that little shit was off calling for backup, I snatched the sausage and swapped in a fucking rock. The ant squad showed the hell up, only to find no sausage, just a useless-ass stone they couldn't chew. Bet they tore into that poor bastard scout for wasting their damn time. Once all the ants fucked off, I took away the rock and put the sausage back. That same scout came crawling back, checked it out, saw it really was sausage, and rushed off again to the port like dumbass. As soon as he left, I swapped the sausage with the rock again. The whole damn army rolled back in, only to get fucked over again. After they stormed off pissed, I switched the rock out for sausage one more time. That poor scout, probably still getting shit from the last round, came back, saw the sausage again, and like he's got something to prove. This time the ant army charged back in, and surprise, still just a fucking rock. That poor bastard scout's probably getting his ass kicked right about now.
تاخد وصل العمالة ده امدلك عليه وتديني مكانه. بس اخويا قول لي.
How much money in cans you got?
I don't really trouble, man.
No. I'm just wondering, bro.
Couple dollars.
Could I buy?
Ready, set, go!
If I ever see you again, I want to start wearing. Do you speak English?
Yes, Dragon.
No.
You want anything?
What do you have?
You have to fight it from the institution, from inside.
From Congress?
It's the only way. Throw money at them, both sides. From Sarah Matita, you and us, they all like the good stuff.
Politics is a bitch.
No, hermano, it's the other way around. You.
Came to check out this car. I seen online. It said aftermarket flooring, but I did not expect this. Bro, what is this? Oh my God, tile? I thought it meant like aftermarket mats or something.
توقف لحظة فربما هذا
Dada, there's two of you. But yesterday there was just one. How can I have two daddies?
Damn.
Rick, give me 3 used cars you would never buy.
Mitsubishi, Hyundai, and Kia.
Mathis, give me 3 used vehicles you would never buy.
Basically anything Kia or Hyundai. Personally, like Mercedes.
Mom, how old were you when you had me?
I was 18.
Dang, that's young.
I know, I was pretty young.
So I was accident? I said I was accident.
You're on your own for this one.
Wait.
No.
I mean, you were something that was unexpected.
I knew it was an accident. Mom, how old?
Hold on, sweetheart, we're right here. Easy does it, that's it, good girl. Come on over, nearly there. I've got you. She hungry, mate? Let's get her some water first. There you go, love.
He's joining 2 wires using the solderless method. First, the copper strands are twisted tightly.
breaks your joint. حركات في الكمبيوتر الجزء ال 14. لو جهازك فيه فيروس اضغط على ويندوز ار واكتب الامر ده واضغط انتر. اضغط نيكست وبعدين نيكست والكمبيوتر هيبدأ يعمل سكان ويحذف كل الفيروسات. بس كده. حركات في الكمبيوتر الجزء ال 14. لو جهازك فيه فيروس اضغط على ويندوز ار واكتب الامر ده واضغط انتر. اضغط نيكست
اذا شفت الميكانيكي عم يربط الانفاق بالموتير فاعرف انه غلط. هلا هي مش هالغلطه، بس المشكله انه هيدي اخر لمسه على الموتير، ولحتى يطلع الانفاق يعني بده يرجع
Then from there, click on check for updates and let Windows search for any available update.
If you use Windows, the Windows plus R shortcut is very handy for launching apps. My name is Abdullah. You're watching Canada Technology, and I'm going to talk about what to do if Windows plus R isn't working on your Windows 11 PC. If your Windows key is broken. If it's not and your keyboard is physically fine, check your keyboard for a Windows lock. Accidentally hit it. Just press down Fn and press the Windows key on. On your PC. If the Windows lock is off, you should
You disappoint me. Is that the best you got?